Have you been drinking today?
Yes.
A lot?
Yes. I drink a bottle of like a pin bottle. Because I'm tired. I punched a window last year. My hand is not thing.
St. Cloud, Florida. A 4-year-old barefoot walking alone toward traffic. When his mother finally came outside, he ran the other way. That reaction is where this story actually starts. A bystander named Heidi found the boy on 17th Street, no shoes, heading toward moving cars. He couldn't say where his mother was.
So the little guy was literally on the side of the road,
Okay.
following with the dog, and the mom wasn't anywhere. So we pulled up and I asked him, I said, hey, where's your mommy? And he wasn't really able to tell me where she was. So I got out the car because she wasn't anywhere to be found. So the dog came back this way and I said, come on, let's go find your mommy. So he started walking back with me. And walked kind of like towards the gate. She came outside and he started running away from her. He was like, I'm afraid, I don't want to go with her. And he ran out back that way. So I ran after him again, grabbed his hand, and that's when I called the cops because he didn't want to come back.
Okay. She didn't make any comments towards you guys, nothing.
No, she wasn't rude. She was just yelling at the little guy.
Yeah, she doesn't like you.
But
that's fun. That's what we get. No one likes the cops.
She was telling the little guy that she was like, your daddy's gonna go to jail and it's gonna be your fault and just stuff like that. But she didn't say anything. I had him by the hand.
Did she seem a little intoxicated at all to you guys?
She seemed a lot intoxicated.
Okay. All right.
She called it in and walked him toward the nearest house, which happened to be his own. When his mother, Laura Pinzon, came outside, the boy ran from her. He told Heidi he was scared. By the time deputies arrived, Laura was already being detained.
How's it going?
How you doing, officer?
Do you mind telling me what happened today?
I mean, I wasn't really here.
Yeah, you never hear it again.
I went to the store because I guess my son, like, in the middle of the street, she was chasing him, right? I was.
Well, just tell him what you know. Don't
She told me.
I know, but that's not what they're asking you. They're asking you about your day. You understand what I'm saying? No, don't worry about
What made you leave the house? Why?
I was going to the store.
Okay.
I haven't left all that. That's the first time I left.
Yeah, knowing that I'm sleeping, right?
How were you sleeping? You was not sleeping.
Just take me to jail, bro. Just take me to jail.
Well, yeah, I stepped out real quick and then all this happened.
Okay.
And then my morning was fine.
Well, basically, what were you doing all day at the house? Like chilling, doing what?
Watching TV. I mean,
what she was
my
doing?
son. She was here too. She was here and then she left for a little bit and took the Uber.
Simple things.
And then she came back and then she was in the room and I was in the living room.
Well, guess what the action is? Come on here for me.
Officers. She'd had by her own count about a pint of alcohol that day. The boy's father told deputies he'd gone to the store and had no idea his son had wandered off. Laura's version kept shifting. She was sleeping, then she wasn't, then it didn't matter. None of those versions explain how a small child ended up alone near traffic.
I'll speak in English.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't want to be rude.
I understand Spanish.
Bueno. The little guy was on that side of the road.
Oh, what side exactly?
Right here by where the white line is.
Okay.
Past the sign.
Yeah, probably closer to where
Okay.
yours is. He had a little dog with him, so he was walking that way. I stopped, where's your mom? He couldn't tell me where his mom was, so I said, where's your house? And he couldn't tell me that either, but the dog came back this way, so he started walking back after the dog. So I was like, do you live here? And he was walking towards the gate. So we went that way, the lady came out, and he ran away from her. He was like, I'm scared, I don't want to go with her. And she was telling him, just come. So he started running back that way, so I went after him, brought him back.
Okay.
But since he didn't want to go with her, I called you guys, because I don't know what the situation is, and I don't know if he's related or anything like that.
Yeah. Nobody put over because the baby didn't want to go with mommy. And they told her that she was kidnapped with them. So he threw himself against the post or the mailbox on the other side of the road. And mommy's holding him because she doesn't want him to run on the road because he's looking for the little puppy.
Yeah.
And all it started since she bought that little puppy here. So now the baby, when she doesn't see the little puppy in the house, the baby will run after the puppy, trying to save him. And I told him yesterday, you don't contain the road, we are today here with the puppy. He's after the puppy looking to put himself in danger for the puppy.
Okay.
So that's what he did.
And at some point, you said you saw the mom coming out, and he went back to the road.
Yeah, he ran back that
And
way.
she let her.
She just came.
She let
That's about as far as here, and
She said she was done.
Yeah, she take me to jail. She was
She
calling.
called somebody saying that
I think she was trying to call him, telling him like he's out in the road.
Are you willing to provide a statement, a written statement?
Ain't that recording?
Yes, but it's a paper
I
one.
have a dinner date that I have to get to with my husband.
Are you willing?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I will bring. We'll have the other officers bring you
2
one.
seconds. We've been here for a while.
In the middle of it, Laura brought up something else, a domestic violence hotline she'd called that morning looking for a way out. That's a real problem. It's just not a defense to what happened after.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Right, I have explained to you.
Yeah.
So Laura, what's going on today? What's happening?
I mean, he told you that the kid went away. I'm over here like.
But I want to hear your side. What's going on with you? What were doing today that lead to all this?
I don't know. Earlier, I called the domestic abuse to get shelter because I'm done with him and everything.
So what's going on with him?
No, it's just not nothing going on with him. It's just I'm trying to get out of this relationship and I need shelter because obviously if I leave him, I need shelter. So, and then I.
So there is something happening between you and him that you want to leave, or you just tired of the situation?
It's everything. I guess I just called the domestic violence account, and then nobody me. And I fall asleep, and then I wake up, and then next thing you know, it's cops everywhere, and then my son is away again. So if you want to arrest me, arrest me. I don't care.
Okay.
I'm done.
Did something happen with the kid today that?
No, nothing happened with the kid. He just decides to run away. I don't know why. I'm also. How old is he? He's 4. And I'm also trying to take him to fucking.
When the lady came up to you to bring back the boy, he tried to. He said he didn't want to be with you. Did something happen?
He doesn't want to be with me because he knows if he does that, I'm a be his. And he's scared. And then it's not that I'm be him like. It's like I'm just saying like why you running when you got home right there.
Okay. Florida's neglect statute doesn't ask why a child was left in danger. Under Florida statute 827.03, neglect is measured by exposure to harm, not intent to cause it. A barefoot 4-year-old near moving traffic meets that standard on its own.
So Laura, stand up. Just go against here.
I can give you my address. You can bring them to my house. That's it. So you don't have to. I'll call for it.
No, that's fine. I just figured. How far you live? On Jihad?
I live right there. I'll just say
he was on his way home.
I don't know how to get.
We were both on our way home. I stopped to get gas, and somehow he gets.
That was your mistake.
Yep.
Yeah, because she probably would have gotten to this first.
Yeah. Actually, I'm so glad I get gas now. We both work the same area, so we were both coming across at the same time.
Sorry.
Who's got gloves on him over here? Anybody?
I got gloves on the car.
Yeah, so do I. I'm not walking in the car.
Yeah,
I'll pat her down if somebody has gloves on him.
I do not.
So I'm going to jail?
Put your hands like this so it doesn't bother you. It's a bad habit, but
Oh, yeah, stay close.
What am I going to jail for?
Wait back for you.
you're gonna be going to jail, and we're gonna make you act.
Baker Acme.
Yes,
Why?
because of your suicidal thoughts.
No, I'm not.
You just said it to them right now. Mm-hmm. And you was telling me to arrest you. So we got reasons to arrest you, and we got reasons to Baker Act you. So that's why we're doing it.
It's just to get you some help. Well,
Exactly.
The Baker Act part's to get you some help. The
To
other
give you some
part,
help, exactly.
We got to figure some stuff out, okay, girl?
And if you need extra help because you said you try to get out of here and everything, once you talk to your doctors inside jail for Baker Act, they're probably going to find you the help that you need. So that's why we're doing it.
That's going to cost money. I don't got insurance.
No worry about that now.
All right.
Then Laura said something deputies couldn't ignore, that she didn't want to talk to anyone ever again. They treated it as a warning sign, not venting, and invoked Florida's Baker Act, an involuntary hold for someone who may be a danger to herself. So Laura left the scene in 2 directions at once. 1 set of handcuffs, 1 psychiatric hold.
Do you have anything on you that I need to know about? Needles, drugs, knives, bombs, explosives, monkeys, anything?
Chinchillas.
Okay. Step out with your feet. Wide stance, please. Thank you. You have anything in your crock? We're probably gonna kick those off here in a second, okay? Alright, raise this leg up. Out of your crock. Out of your crock, girl. There you go. Raise it up for me as best you can. There you go. Alright, go ahead. Same thing with the next one.
If you want to get close to the car so you can
lean on the car if you want. There you go. Alright, anything on you that I need to know about that you want to tell me about before you go to the jail? Anything in your bra, anything in your underwear? Because they're going to search you there, okay? No. Okay, alright. Now's your chance because I'm here. Once you're with them, you're with them. Okay? Alright.
She was charged with child abuse, simple neglect, a felony in Florida, even when nobody gets hurt. Officers get a B+. They separated every account, documented the intoxication, and used the Baker Act correctly instead of brushing past it. Laura gets an F. A child in traffic is not a technicality, and Florida law doesn't require an injury to file the charge, only the risk. Here's the lesson. Calling for help doesn't cancel out the duty to keep a child safe in the meantime. If you're in crisis, get help before a stranger has to make that call for you. For more Bodycam legal breakdowns, subscribe. We post every week. Tell us in the comments, does Laura deserve a second chance, or did the system get this one right?